So anyhow, it's time for the Ghetto Fabulous paint touch-up. You see I got things half-ass covered up, and we're not trying to make this a perfect paint job. We're just trying to make it look better, and at the same time kind of blend. It ain't gonna blend for shit, don't listen to me. But we're gonna paint this shit. And there's gonna be some things that are gonna look better than others. But overall it's gonna look nice. Because I cleaned a lot of paint off of here. So, we're gonna paint some shit. Wish me luck. Right. Let me set y'all down for a second, then I'll set y'all back up when I can get to what I need to get to. Every time you're stabbing the back, it's the plague, this old city. Never coming back if I do. Burning this city. Silly little girl, you put the scratches on my back, but you can tell you were smoking crack. Yeah, it's awfully quiet on the compound. Got my little lit up place. We can go check this paint. See if it's time to get cracking. Finish this up. Oh, look at it. It's frosted on me. I should have known better because I was painting at night. That's cool. It's not cool, but whatever. I gotta do it anyways. Shit happens. Alright, so it's getting to be about midnight. We're running the ignition now. Just doing the tune-up stuff. Still have to change the oil. And button up things as far as like, well, literally don't have the intake on yet. But that's alright. Well, that's alright, mama. Well, that's alright with me. Well, that's alright, mama. Said, baby, can't you see that's alright? Let's get around when you act a fool and it's their town. Sex and the drugs can't save you now, and I'm not falling for your pity. I see the flames in my rearview mirror as I burn you down in this city. I woke up, I took a look around, said I'm burning down in this city, girl. I woke up, I took a look around, said I'm burning down in this city. Update, update, update. What do I have left to do? I got the fan and the belt back on. I've got the upper rad hose on. I got all the mini hard vacuum lines and fuel lines screwed to the intake. I have got to connect the choke. This manual choke. Now we come to the other side, and I still have to run the spark plug wires and set the timing. Oh, and I have to connect these two heater hoses. Then I have to change the oil. And once the oil is changed, we will start her and she will run. But I am not done. Even though she start and she run, I still have to change slave cylinder. Woe is me. I don't even know what time it is, but I will give you a time check in a minute. Okay. Well, alright, this goes the first attempt to start this old boy up. The timing is not where it was when I took it apart. I'm just experimenting. We're gonna see how it does, where it's at. If I have to change it, I will. Where's my finger? I will rotate it inward towards the block like it was. Valves are rattly, but I've never heard a quiet straight six before in my life. That's pretty rattly. But man, that thing is purring. I mean, it is purring. We walk around in the back. I'll show you what I mean. Oh yeah, listen to her. She ain't perfect, but you gotta imagine how happy, you really gotta imagine how happy this truck sounds right now compared to before when it barely idle. I mean, it would like, blah, 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 blah. That sounds so good. Somewhere out there, the birds are starting to sing. 5:42 a.m. This thing's running like a top. I mean, like a freaking sewing machine. I put a new slave cylinder in there at Owen's request and went to go bleed it and noticed that fluid was not even getting to the slave cylinder. So I took the line off, which is right here, and blew through it. Ugh, that tastes great. Blew through it, and that's not an obstruction. The reservoir here is full of fluid. I go and I pump the clutch, and there ain't squat coming out the bottom here. So that's our problem. The what do you call it? The clutch master cylinder's out. So gonna have to wait for the store to open up at 7:30 a.m. in Livingston to go try to pick one up, and hopefully, cross your fingers, hopefully they have one in stock. So the, what do you call it, clutch master cylinder is out. I wasn't getting any fluid from it whatsoever. I could blow through the line. I got a brand new slave cylinder down here and was getting no reaction whatsoever. So that's what happened to me about 4:30 this morning in the AM. So it took me until just now to be able to get a new part. So all I've got to do to finish this up now is to change the clutch master cylinder, bleed the system so this bad mother jubber will drive, and I'm done. I didn't get to do anything about the emergency brake, so I'm probably going to have to play with that afterwards too. And then we'll get to drive it down to the store and do a test run. Alright, here we are in the Ford. Got the clutch fixed. I was doing 60 till I broke out the phone. I'm not really wanting to push it more than that. This front end's got about, oh, I don't know, 60, 50, wait, no, let's see, about 30 degrees of play in it. I'd say 30 degrees of play. So we're on our way down to the local store to get air in the tires to make this thing get ready for the trip. Owen's going to be driving this thing back to New Orleans. So far everything feels really good. We'll get out, see how we are at the store. So that's it. Made it up here flawlessly to the my local store here. Did 60 miles an hour and cruised the whole way. It shifted fine. The brakes still pull a little bit harder on one side than the other. That's kind of expected with the sagging suspension. Sorry, I'm getting rained on bad. So that's pretty good. We'll get back to the house. Let's wrap this thing up. Well, I'd have to say that was a huge success. I think his e-brake is kind of hopeless right now until he gets some, probably some drums in the rear. It seems like it's been left on just a little bit too many times and driven on in order to get an actual like good adjustment out of it. But I just drove it to the store and back and put air in the tires. The steering rack is a nightmare. It is a scary son of a bitch. You get the brake, when you get a little too hard on the brake, everything sloshes, the slack of the steering column sloshes you to the driver's side. So if you're not ready for it, it'll surprise the hell out of you. But it drove surprisingly good. Did 60 miles an hour
Was a little slow to get up to speed, but that's what I'd expect from a 3-speed truck on with a straight 6 that's on its last leg. I don't see a single leak whatsoever, which tells me that well, I did a decent job. I'm not going to pat myself on the back and say I did a great job, but I did a decent job. This poor motor has really bad blow-by, so I imagine it's only a matter of time before it starts kind of running a little bit bad and stumbly. But at this point, with what the work I did to it, tune-ups, just the spark plugs, change the spark plugs in the cap and rotor, will take care of that every time it starts running bad. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this really long episode of BeckBuilt, of doing a head gasket and a valve job on this 223 in this old Ford here, which we've gotten quite used to seeing. And I think it was really amazing that one of my friends slash customers thought so highly of me that they were willing to pay for me to go drive to New Orleans and pick the truck up, bring it here, and get it fixed right so that they can drive it home. So that's exactly what's happening right now. Is Owen, the owner of this truck, is on his way here right now to pick this bad moth up, and he's going to drive it all the way back to New Orleans. So hopefully he does all right. I think he will do all right. Like I said, the truck drove great. So until next time, love what you do.
If you're buying hardware freight tools, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 sockets, but a 10 ain't one of them.